Alright, Taurus, this is going to be starting everybody off with the word alright for the monthly tarot readings for May 2025, so you're no exception. But Taurus, we are going to be drawing 8 cards, and then there will be a final 9th card at the end of everything, just to tie all the energy together, see what kind of energy is going to be touching every part of your life this month. And so yeah, I don't know. I wanted to start your reading off with saying this may end up being an exercise in futility, and that may be how you're feeling about everything. No matter what you do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to make any progress, and I'm kind of stumbling over my words, so we will see how this reading goes, shall we? And I don't know why, but I feel like I need to light one of these right now, and I have nothing to do. I have nothing to set something on fire with right now, and you may have a little bit of an issue getting things started, getting things to a point where you feel like you can add energy to it. I'm not going to be happy with this. I know I'm not. Everything is everywhere all at once, and nothing manages to be where it needs to be, right? Maybe that'll work. Alright, Taurus, here we go. This is going to be your first card. I promise we are there. The Hermit in reverse. It may not matter to you where it is that you came from, what it is that you were just working on, because you've turned your back on it. You are squarely focused on something new, and you may have resigned yourself to start something new. Distance yourself from whatever it is that you have been doing, and likely it's because it hasn't been working out. It wasn't getting you the results that you wanted, and as isolated as you may feel about this, I think that you may really be just noticing that what you're doing wasn't working. So you're isolating yourself, not necessarily from other people. Sure, that'll work. Not just from other people, but from what you've done in the past, because it wasn't what you thought it was. It wasn't. There's no point in dealing with it anymore. And then exercise and futility is really coming out with the Ten of Pentacles up. After that, also in reverse, it's you looking at where things are at right now, and that just as money comes, it also goes. And whatever you've been paying into hasn't been, again, getting you the results that you want. If you get something done, if you succeed in something, it feels like it only does exactly what it was intended to do and nothing more. You're not catching a break, and with the Six of Pentacles, it may be because some kind of charity that you were put in a position to give or receive, there were strings attached to it. Like you only wanted it because you were going to do this with it, and you may not have gotten the results that you were looking for. Or once you got what you needed, you couldn't do what you wanted to or needed to do with it. I feel like your reading is a little bit of a calamity right now for me, but we're going to keep going with it because there's a reason for it, right? There is going to be a change, however. It's going to cause a lot of swift change for you, and you're going to have to make some quick decisions. Don't overthink anything, because I think that's maybe where you got into this Hermit in reverse position. You may find that if you look at your situation right now, you've actually been neglecting quite a bit of your own self-care, the things that you needed to take care of to make the rest of your life run smoother, and that's why everything seems upside down. However, I do want to note that even though the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles are all upside down, I can't even see this right now if it's upside down. Yeah. The figure that you see with their face towards the querent, towards the reader, all of these characters have their heads pointed towards the future. So turning the back on the past, turning your back on what it is that wasn't working, and just kind of cutting it off. It's been pretty interesting because I don't remember which one it was, but I've been noticing that a lot with these readings this month for May, that many of the characters are looking one way, whether it's to the future or to the past. Now, I think it's really indicative of how it is that you're mentally focused. So far, it looks like you're focused on trying to shine a light on where it is that you need to go, resigning yourself to do what it is that you need to do, and it may be easier to turn your back on the energy from the past and maybe some failures and even some successes that you had, because it doesn't matter if it worked before, it's not working now. With the Five of Wands coming out, and it's coming out kind of on top of, because I've been reading these as they, as whatever card it is that they happen to land on. With the Five of Wands coming up on top of the Hermit in reverse, you may feel like you're battling something, but I really think it's battling doing things the same way that you were before. You're battling the memories, you're battling keeping things back there where they belong to you, because I almost feel like this character right here is you. That's how this is coming off. Like, no, you stay right where you were, because that's where you wanted to be, that's how you wanted to act, that's how you wanted to exist, so stay there. Almost like you're beating back the past. However, I don't think anybody from the past is really coming towards you right now or trying to bring conflict to you. I think this is more memories versus active people. And as much as you may be avoiding this conflict, it's almost as though a part of your mind is still focused on it. Focused on the differences that did exist. That's why with the Five of Wands, you're still like respecting differences, because you're not actively in this fight face to face. as much as you may be respecting each other's differences, I think it's not so much respect as it is just ignoring each other, ignoring that that this exists. However, sorry guys, there's a lot of glare, and I didn't even notice. Working with what we got. And you may be doing that. You may be respecting differences right now in order to set out on a new path because some information came in that was illuminating. And that's what's causing the swift action. Because whatever illumination is that you've had is causing you to turn your back on what happened before in lieu of some kind of prosperity. It doesn't necessarily have to be active prosperity because you're likely in a position now where you're seeking success, you're seeking clarity, seeking stability because you don't have it, but you think that you should. Like it should already be there. The kind of sense that I'm getting off of this, it's like you won the lottery, right? You got the winning ticket, and now you don't have a ride to go go cash it in. It's like it's right there, and you can't go claim it, and you can't get any help to go get it because of maybe putting yourself ahead of people that needed your help, people that were seeking your help, and just a general disconnect from the relationships that you had. If you were treating people as though you, if you were treating people as though, well, yeah, I'll help you out, but only if you pay me. That's not helping somebody out. That's providing a service. Now, I'm not saying go broke to help somebody else out, but if it's not necessary for you to put the money into it, and they just need help getting something done, that may be why this energy is coming back to you like this. Because it really is something simple that you need to move forward. That's going to help you move forward, but it seems like it's not going to come in this month. Now, the four of swords to me is the let sleeping dogs lie, stop kicking a dead horse. If demanding something from someone in the past didn't get you anywhere, doing it again, doing it for a fourth time, doing it for a fifth time, is not going to get you anywhere. Now, the four of swords to me is kind of like in combination with which you don't have out, so it's not in combination in the reading, but like the Four of Swords is almost the opposite of the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the 1111 card. It's the portal card. As you walk through here, everything is fine and dandy. The Four of Swords is more of there is no portal and there is no way. You have to make it, and you have to let go of things in order to do that. You have to leave these swords behind. You have to leave these ideas behind and recoup from some of the decisions that were made in the past. That's the only way you're going to get any of this renewal, this restart that you need right now. There is a lot of past energy in this so far. Even though other people may be trying to move forward with you, you're literally beating them off with a stick in the Five of Wands. Because it really does seem like this figure right here, Taurus, is you, and you're just like, no, go away. um, now, of course, the Ace of Cups comes in. Because of all this crap, you guys does feel like it's crap. Like you're almost like you're, again, that same energy of an exercise in futility. You're trying to get things done with this Ace of Wands, and you're doing your best to look at the present and utilize that to move forward. It's the entire purpose of this, but something keeps making you look back at this conflict. It could be that there's a new opportunity for you to show compassion or for you to receive compassion. However, this could be something new, and it could be difficult for you to really put in place with the way that your current relationships are. You could have had a realization, a revelation about how someone or something is, and you got the Ace of Cups followed by the Magician. So, and that Magician is on top of this Eight of Wands. So, moving quickly, but with the Magician in reverse, it's likely that you have the tools, you have the resources, but you're not using them right. A cup doesn't hold water if it's upside down. And it seems like that may be where you're at. If you're manipulating the process or manipulating the tools in such a way that they are not as they were intended, it's almost as though this lack of confidence that you may be dealing with because of all these issues right here that seem to be holding you back. These may not even be issues that you're dealing with. This could just be a bunch of stuff from your past, like thoughts that you can't quiet, memories that you can't quiet, something that you can't step away from, but yet you're doing your best to look as though you have. Like you're trying to give to this situation right now. You're trying to make things better and balance things out, but that's not what's happening. Somehow, your own actions that you're trying to utilize to make things better is making things more and more imbalanced. And it could be just because you're trying to do it in such a way that gives you power, gives you control over somebody else. Well, I gave you this, so why aren't you doing this for me? Well, I picked up that dime off the floor for you, and I handed it back to you, and I didn't have to do that, so why aren't you paying all my bills and doing all the chores and, buying me a new car and all that, It's, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it really is like the minimum is being put in. And granted, this is a general reading, so take this energy and put it where it needs to go, because this could be how somebody is acting around you or towards you. And if you're trying to start or restart something, restart a relationship, just so you can get something out of it, just so you can gain that control back, just so you can, I don't know, put somebody in the position where they're a puppet again, it's not, or if somebody's doing this to you, it's not going to work out the way that the person who wants to be in control wants it, because they want the control too much. They're just going to keep putting themselves more and more into a place of need. Now, if there was a new relationship coming into your life this month, Taurus, it's likely that whatever you give to them, they'll receive, and what they give to you, they will also expect to receive back. Any kind of compassionate action that someone shows you this month, or this new relationship shows you, could end up being a tit for tat kind of a situation. So Be on the lookout for that. And somehow they're going to position themselves to be always the one that is owed something. And we are at the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to try and shut up for you here soon. We've got the ninth card. This is going to be the energy that comes in and touches all this. Oh. It touches all of this situation because it really does seem as though this person coming in and trying to start this new relationship, this tit for tat situation, is paired with this magician for a reason. Like, they like giving, but only if they're getting something out of it. And, of course, this is a partnership that's not going to work out for you in the long run. It's just going to show you how much it is that you need to focus on your self-love and not seek it from somebody else. If this new relationship comes in, it feels like it's going to come in about the 2nd or 3rd week of May. You may first meet them. You may first meet them in the first week and a half of May, but you're not really going to get involved and see them. And whenever you start to see them positively, it's going to look really good. And then as soon as it starts to look really good, it goes downhill after that, fast. So be prepared for someone imbalanced coming in. And even if everybody loves them, be prepared to acknowledge something for yourself. You don't have to acknowledge any of these negative traits of this person for you, for them. Just do it for yourself, because love yourself enough to not get in too deep. Just as quickly as you get together, you could end up breaking up. This is a romantic or an intimate kind of connection, so don't be afraid to say no. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you, Taurus, for tuning in. If you would like to subscribe and like the video and emoji, comment, whatever in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'm still doing dailies, weeklies, and monthlies, so be on the lookout for those for the rest of the month. And I'm starting to put out 72-hour reads on Thursdays. Those will be timeless, and those will work for you whenever you manage to find them. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you later.